I'm a hard-working creative director, but the pressures of business make it difficult to stay focused, creative, and fresh. An escape from the daily grind can open the door to inspiration and relaxation. I'm off the beaten path, pushing the boundaries of travel to inspire you to make your own travel plans. I'm the Xtreme Tourist. Let's vacation. Welcome to Xtreme Tourist. I'm your host, Ernie Harker. I'm back in the office doing some financial reports, but not too long ago, I was enjoying the sights and sounds of the marvelous city, Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro, which translates as River of January, is renowned for its natural beauty.
Oh, this delicious weather means we're in Brazil. Let's see how we got here.
Our airfare was provided by LAN Airlines, one of the largest airlines in Latin America.
There's no direct flight to Brazil where I'm from, so first stop, LAX and a connecting flight with LAN Airlines.
Based in Santiago, Chile, LAN provides flights to Latin America, the United States, Canada, the Caribbean, and Europe. Rio de Janeiro is located on the southeast coast of Brazil. The capital city of the state of Rio de Janeiro, Rio is the second largest city of Brazil and the third largest metropolitan area in South America. When we arrived in LA, we were told our flight was delayed due to bad weather. But I didn't want to hang around the airport all day, so I rented a Mustang convertible and took the guys to Venice Beach.
It's been delayed?
Yeah,
How long is it delayed?
it's leaving at 10:30 tonight.
We're on our way to Venice Beach right now, me and my boys. I don't want anything too hot. Yeah, chicken. Here we are on Venice Beach, the boardwalk, making our layover fun. Venice is a popular tourist attraction in Southern California, just west of Los Angeles. It's known for its canals, beaches, and circus-like oceanfront walk. You can spend an entire day here just checking out all the artists, performers, and vendors. Venice is also home to the world-famous Muscle Beach. Bodybuilders like Jack LaLanne, Steve Hercules Reeves, and Arnold Schwarzenegger used to pump iron here. Okay, so I don't draw the same crowds that they did.
I can think of worse places to have a layover.
The Venice Breakwater is an acclaimed surf spot, and since we had plenty of time, I rented a surfboard and a wetsuit and hit the water. The Breakwater is located north of the Venice Pier and Lifeguard headquarters, and south of the Santa Monica Pier. The spot has different breaks depending on swell intensity and direction, the tide, and time of day. I still need a lot more practice. In other XT episodes, I've taken lessons from the pros. One of these days, I'll be mastering the surf.
I'm no pro, but it sure is fun.
Venice was a fun diversion. Anytime you travel and you get thrown a curveball, it's best just roll with it. Do some exploring, take advantage of it. Now it's time to get back on track, but first, another layover in Santiago, Chile.
Hey, I've arrived in Santiago, Chile for an extended layover. The flight crew are locals, and they're gonna come up with some ideas for me to do.
Santiago is the capital and largest city of Chile. 3 decades of uninterrupted economic growth have transformed Santiago into one of Latin America's most modern metropolitan areas.
I told one of the street vendors that I was hungry for something uniquely Chilean, so he told me about a place right around the corner that serves really good empanadas.
Empanadas are baked or fried stuffed breads, full of delicious fillings like chicken, sausage and cheese, and even caramel.
I mean, I barely understand like this much Spanish, but I love the way it sounds. I love the smell of this place.
After a 12-hour layover in Santiago, it's off to Rio.
It was an extreme adventure just getting here, but now, Brazil awaits.
We're staying at the Hotel Marina Palace, located on Leblon Beach, one of the most beautiful beaches of Rio. The Marina Palace features stunning views of the ocean and surrounding mountains, and you can take it all in from the terrace swimming pool. Vista, the hotel's restaurant, serves up mouth-watering entrees prepared with the freshest Brazilian ingredients. After checking in and a short rest, I headed for the beach. I was a bit hungry, and there were a variety of food vendors along the sidewalk. I chose one that seemed popular. That's a good idea whenever you're traveling abroad. You're better off selecting places to eat that draw a crowd. If you opt for something else, you may regret it later. Up next, I joined thousands of screaming fans for a soccer match at world-famous Maracana Stadium and take in some samba-hopping nightlife. All that and more, right here on Xtreme Tourist. Don't go away.
The ab coaster system really is getting men and women incredible abs faster than they ever thought possible. The secret is the ab coaster's natural arc motion. This smooth bottom-up motion creates a constant core contraction. From the moment your knees move forward, the ab coaster engages your entire abdominal muscle and keeps it working from start to finish. And with a quick adjustment of the knee pad, the ab coaster attacks your obliques with the same smooth ab sculpting motion, allowing you to trim your waistline and sculpt your midsection. The ab coaster can be yours to try risk-free for a full 30 days with our $14.95 in-home trial offer. Your ab coaster system includes the ab coaster, the complete workout system instructional DVD, with an energizing fat-burning cardio workout and fast-track meal plan. We'll pay to have an ab coaster shipped right to your home. Be one of the first 500 to order, and we'll also include this rep counter. Together, the rep counter and shipping have a value of $80, but they are yours free when you order today. Pick up the phone and call now.
Welcome back to Xtreme Tourist. This week, I'm in the marvelous city of Rio de Janeiro, planted between lush, forest-covered mountains and breathtaking white sand beaches. It took the crew and I 36 hours to get here. First, our flight was delayed in Los Angeles due to weather, so we cruised the boardwalk on Venice Beach. And I even managed to do some surfing. Then it was off to Santiago, Chile for another 12-hour layover. I took in some local color, but it all seems like a kaleidoscopic blur. Now I'm ready for Rio. Rio was recently named the 2016 Summer Olympic Games venue. The opening and closing ceremonies will be held in the Maracana Stadium. That's exactly where I'm headed to experience some real soccer fanatics.
This is the Maracana Stadium in downtown Rio de Janeiro, and I'm here watching two teams that I can't even pronounce.
The Maracana is the largest stadium in South America, with a seating capacity for 95,000 fans. Currently undergoing renovation, it will eventually hold a whopping 120,000 people. Soccer, or football, is practically a religion to the Brazilians. I'm here for a match between the Fluminense and the Goiás. The Fluminense are a local favorite, drawing thousands of fans wearing shirts sporting the team colors of green, white, and red. Before the game even began, fans were singing and chanting while beating drums and waving flags. The energy was contagious, and having been a cheerleader in college, I easily plunged myself into the middle of the madness. The soccer match at Maracana Stadium was awesome, and I can still hear the ringing in my ears of the chanting. I wanted to calm things down a little bit, so I took a trip to Rio's most iconic landmark, the statue of Christ the Redeemer. A trip to Rio de Janeiro isn't complete without the spectacular views at the Christ statue, rising 2,300 feet above the city. Recently named one of the new 7 wonders of the world, the Christ statue is located at the peak of Corcovado Mountain, overlooking the entire city. Construction of the monument took 9 years, from 1922 to 1931. I took a small train up to the statue's base, accompanied by my guides Juliana and Elio, and enjoyed a steep tour through the rainforest with spectacular views of Rio all around me. At the statue's base, there's a chapel accommodating over 100 people and a small souvenir shop. But it's the viewing area which attracts the masses. Visitors are treated to an amazing 360-degree panorama of the city. Made of reinforced concrete and soapstone, the statue stands 130 feet tall and weighs 700 tons. With its arms outstretched, Cristo keeps a 24-hour vigil over all of Rio. I came here for the view, and it has been spectacular, but what I didn't expect is a feeling of peace and reverence. The views from the Christ the Redeemer statue were unforgettable. but I took a train ride up, and I felt that I need to work for my next viewing experience. So I headed off to another Rio landmark, Sugarloaf Mountain. Another thing you've got to do is visit Sugarloaf for an incredible view of the city. And there's two ways to do it. The easy way, sure, you can take one of the aerial cable cars to the top. And the Xtreme Tourist way, we're going to climb it. That little guy is a marmoset, which are native to the region. Sugarloaf's name is said to refer to its resemblance to the traditional shape of concentrated refined loaf sugar. I hooked up with Gabriela, a guide from Rio Hiking, to help me reach the summit. We started strolling along a beautiful shoreline path, then hiked up a trail with terrific views of the bay. I admit to having a fear of heights, but there's just nothing quite like challenging yourself on a rock climb. And there's always a great feeling of accomplishment once you reach the top. I met up with some fellow hikers who were in Rio on business.
That was good. There's just one bit that was, you have to get your feet in the right place and then just trust the grip, push up, and then it was all plain sailing. It was great, really good.
So right here?
Yeah. A lot of time. Congratulations.
Gracias. Obrigado. That's a little more technical than I thought it was gonna be, but it was fun doing something a little bit challenging, not just a little hike, but something where you really had to trust some handholds and footholds and stuff.
We're almost to the top of Sugarloaf. We've made a difficult rock climb, about 30 feet, and I'm excited to reach the top.
That's my uncle's name. Oh, yeah? I suppose that's not the thing you had. So hot.
Gabby, thank you so much.
Thank you for
your
bringing
time.
me here. I love it. I hope you like it.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Now, what I really like was that I earned it. At nearly 1,300 feet, Sugarloaf is located at the mouth of Guanabara Bay, on a peninsula that sticks out into the Atlantic. It's one of several monoliths of granite and quartz that rise straight from the water's edge around Rio. With picture postcard views like these, it was definitely worth the effort. Whenever you're on vacation, challenge yourself to something new. You'll be glad you did. I guarantee it.
Welcome on board.
Thank you. Speaking of challenges, I guess conquering Sugarloaf wasn't enough, because up next, I take to the sky for a high-flying adventure. Stay tuned. Are you ready for an extreme vacation? Then join me, Ernie Harker, host of Xtreme Tourist, on a 7-night Mexican Riviera Princess Cruise aboard the luxurious Sapphire Princess. Love to have you on board. You just might wind up on TV. Log on to extreme-tourist.tv and click on the Travel with XT link to find out more. Or call my good friends now at Explore Vacations at 1-800-395-2608. Only 50 cabins are available, so reserve your spot with me now. And remember, you need a vacation.
Inventors, do you have an idea for a new product or invention but don't know what to do next? Are you interested in trying to submit your idea to companies for a good faith review and in applying for a patent? If so, InventHelp has free information to help you get started. InventHelp is America's largest inventor service firm with sales offices in major cities nationwide. Call the toll-free number now to see how to get this information. The information includes a form for confidentiality and to record and date your idea, plus materials that explain how to try to submit your idea to companies through InventHelp's databank and how to apply for a patent. InventHelp even offers a virtual invention prototype service. Even if you only have an idea for improving an existing product, you'll want to call for InventHelp's information.
For your inventor's information, call 1-800-848-3066. That's 1-800-848-3066.
Welcome back to Xtreme Tourist. This week, I'm ramping things up in Rio de Janeiro. So far, I've visited the Christ the Redeemer statue and climbed Sugarloaf Mountain, two of Rio's most famous landmarks. Up next, I get a tough lesson in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from a master. I'd better warm up first with some morning exercise. When you're on vacation, try not to take a break from your fitness routine. You'll feel a lot better about indulging in local cuisine and delicacies.
In Rio de Janeiro, I'm not the only one interested in going out for a run. They close off the main road in front of the beach, and everybody comes out and runs.
And if you've watched any past episodes of XT, you know I love to eat.
Mixed martial arts is huge in the US, and a part of that is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. While I'm in Brazil, I've got a unique opportunity to meet at the Gracie Studio to do some real Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
World-renowned, the Gracie Studio was founded in the early 80s by Carlos Gracie Jr., a 7th degree black-red belt. The belt worn only by masters.
I'm actually a little nervous right now because I don't know what to expect.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu focuses on grappling and ground fighting. It promotes the principles that smaller, weaker persons can successfully defend themselves against bigger, stronger assailants by using leverage and proper technique.
So technique will always put you in control.
Yeah.
So no matter what I do,
Yeah. You have
with your experience,
you have to train each use.
yeah.
Yes. No. Here. A big step. Yes.
What a tremendous honor it's been to be here at the Gracie Studio, getting my butt handed to me by one of the masters here.
After spending the morning getting pummeled by a Gracie master, I was in the mood for something more high altitude, hang gliding.
I had to learn how to motivate, because when you adapt yourself to new situations, you produce 1,400 physical chemical reactions in less than 3 seconds. So I had to learn how can I motivate somebody to use this strong power to run. To practice how to spring together. Okay. First, I'm going to show you on my own that you can see by modeling to save your battery. Okay. Okay. Champion attitude. Like 1, 2, 3. Because people used to say, I'm going to run, and some, they don't run. And what happened? When you don't run, I have to carry you and the hang glider. When you have the conviction, the no becomes a yes, and the time doesn't exist.
Yeah, no becomes a yes, and time does not exist. Sometimes people get afraid, that the kind of fear that stops you from action. And he asked me to imagine someone very, very close to me. And my twin brother, Emo, he's just a little bit older than me. He says, I want you to picture hugging him, picture the strong feeling I have for him.
We're going to offer you a takeoff as a symbol of love to your brother. We're going to inhale confidence, exhale fear. Okay. Is it hurting you?
No, it's good.
Champion attitude. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful landing. This is not a helmet. This is the crown.
Yes.
Okay.
Positive.
Come on. Yeah, this is the crown.
This one's for you, Emo. This one's for you.
Welcome on board.
Thank you.
As I was strapped into the glider and we approached the launch ramp, my heart was pounding in my chest. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all. But when Rui and I started running, there was no turning back.
Spring, more, go, more.
I expected a sudden drop once we left the ramp, but it was just a slight dip. And then we were flying. Look, Mom, no hands.